God damn all of you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. As soon as people find out Laura won't be joining me this evening, everybody bothers to just log off and disappear. Just more time to distract Andy. Or you could not distract me, maybe. Just a little bit not distracting me. Laura, could you set up some music so we're not in deathly silence for the next 2 hours while I try and fix up Mogan Ra from the horrible job I did on him previously. Maybe get less bad at painting. Yes, come to Mediocre Hobbies to become less bad at painting. That was a choice. All right, let's quickly see what's going on over on the old YouTube. An extrovert paints. Hello, hello. Cass loves cakes, don't we all? Good evening from Scotland. Has the Chicken Titan been painted yet? The Chicken Titan has not been painted yet. Hold on. The Chicken Titan is still very much like this. It is all like prepped and ready to go. All the plates are cleaned up and they're just not attached because they'll be painted separately. But it's going to be painted next week. I have a plan for next week's stream, next week's content of videos will only be 3 videos, and one of them is the Patreon video. So only 2 videos will go out next week. But it's because I'm going to paint up the Nurgle Warhound Titan and my Knight Porphyrion in 1 week. So it's a finish it February or whatever. It's just 2 big projects that I've had for a while that I've wanted to kind of get through. The Porphyrion is the one I've had for a while that I wanted to get through. The Nurgle one is obviously quite new, but still I don't want to leave it a long time. So my plan is 2 days for the Nurgle Titan, 2 days for the Knight Porphyrion, and the Patreon video is going to be the interior of the Titan, because I was talking about not doing it, like leaving it, just gluing it all closed or forgetting about the interior. A lot of people didn't like that idea because it's such an interesting kind of corrupted version of the Titan on the inside. So I decided I would just make that the Patreon video next week, which I think will be really cool. Finish it February, yeah. So it should be a bit of fun. Like I said, by the end of next week, I should have 2 big ass Titan models finished up and ready to go. But I'm trying to decide. I'm going to start with the Nurgle Titan. That's going to be like Monday, Tuesday, Patreon video, like Wednesday, Thursday, that kind of thing. And the reason is that my Knight Porphyrion, I'm still not sure whether to paint it in the red with the chevrons to match in with my Titan house, or to paint it up like a big Templar one to go with all my Knight Lancers, because 3 Knight Lancers make up my Black Templar Knight house. And originally when I bought it, the Porphyrion is meant to go in with them. So I'm still not 100% sure which way around that would go. I think it would be really cool as a big Black Templar thing. Because I do want a Templar Knight house. It just makes sense to me. Maybe. So, yeah. Cytown, good afternoon from Canada. Hello, Mr. Canada. How are you? Alexandre, hello. Andy Paints Poorly, good evening. Don't forget to hit like. Always hit like. I don't have a D&D game tonight. Nice. So it means I can watch and maybe get less bad at painting. I like it. Bunny Studios, good evening. Realizing yesterday I haven't followed you on Instagram yet. Reminded that. Oh, thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, I do need. They're supposed to be like tabs and stuff on the page. I think they're all linked down below in the stream. You can check all my social medias out there and follow along on all of them. Blue Sky now as well, apparently. Yeah, new job is a split shift and it just messes me up. Split shifts are rough. You like a challenge? Can't wait to see the results. Yeah, it should be fun. Died up war. Andy, good morning. Good morning. It's good evening here, but good morning. Rain Goes to Bear. Hello from snowy Vancouver. I'm interested to see what you do with the Titan. I haven't painted Eldar in over 20 years, but I'd like to see how you do it. I've got like 20 videos in a playlist on my channel already on how to paint up Eldar. All the Phoenix Lords, avatars, a bunch of different schemes for the different craft worlds. Just everything, man. It's so good. Do a poll for the paint scheme. Yeah, I know. Like a pole is a pole is a pole, but I'm not sure. I am Mogan Ra harvesting soul. He is true. He does harvest the souls. Okay, over on the other one, overdue on Twitch. The boss is here. Kaprinski's here. Ashley, hello, hello, hello. Hendrickson, Lord Virus is here. Hope you're well. Good evening. Lots of good evenings. Think I got you all, which makes you Pokemon. It's true. Quite right, thank you. I'm holding my mouse really weird because my web palette is in front of my mouse. I'm like holding the mouse and I have my arm up, so I don't. It's weird. Quite all right, thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Everyone's here. Ashley Gibson, Wolf Revenant. So many beautiful people. Operation Keep the Irishman from Doing Is Anything is a go. Potatoes. That's what I'll do. I'll just change the donation to you donating potatoes. Then you'll distract me loads. What's wrong with the paint job? It's just a bit flat and a bit not great. I did it in a class and I was like rushing. So no, I didn't do the bone like I didn't do the bone like properly at all. It was very much a rough job. So like he's currently sat like this. And he's fine, but the pink is just a bit flat, and the cape is a bit flat, and the bone isn't even really done. So I want to just bring him up to the level the rest of my Phoenix Lords are at. So I'll kind of tinker about with him for the evening. Send music soon. Thank you. Already have taken out by 3 epochs on a log. Jesus. Do you have on your Patreon some 40k Imperial Fists and Iron Hands 40k tutorials? I have both 40k Imperial Fists and Iron Hands tutorials on my main channel. They're just on my YouTube. But Patreon is great because I do add an extra video in there every single week for you guys. For instance, I finished this up yesterday, and this is a Patreon exclusive. So they're getting Azraman just for them. So, yeah. So Patreon's a good place to be. That's a hell of a task. It's going to be fun. I'm not overly worried on like time. I don't think it'll take more than 2 days for each of them. Yeah, I don't think so. Hashtag finish them. Hashtag your soul is mine. Wrong chat. Never a wrong chat for Mortal Kombat codes. Ash has gone full. Yes, he has. Baldy, no, my favorite Irishman. Ouch. Is there a Phantom Titan in the Mediocre Hobbies future? Yes, there is a Phantom and then the 2 smaller ones. I want that as a part of my Eldar collection. I have an Eldar Super Heavy from Forge World already, the Cobra, I think it is. I just haven't done anything with it yet. But I want to. I like how many names has become Hendrix, which is a fairly common Scandinavian surname. Yeah, Mogan Ra is one of my favorite finished people. He's a monster. Mogan Ra is awesome. Music is sent. I shall turn it on now. Pretty Patreon cloak. Yes. Thanks for the info. No worries, buddy. I still can't remember how I painted Mogan Ra's scythe blade. Looks mental though. Yeah, I didn't really paint mine. I don't think I layered it at all. It got washed, but I just left it like that. So I'll do some work on that now in a minute. I ordered the Combat Patrol magazine early. 10 Guardians and a Wraith Lord for £39. Also some washes. Nice. Rebooting my Black Guardian army from high school. I have Terror Codex. Well, it's a lot easier these days because you get to build Black Guardians from just the Guardian box, as opposed to having to buy metal upgrade parts for the old plastic. Why is my mouse moving? I want to get out on Prime my Black Templars, but man, it's like -18, so I'm going to hold out and study your videos. Oh, it's such annoying when the temperature read doesn't make a mess. Like, obviously, everything dependent because it's just not easy. I've always said if you live in an apartment block and your bins are underground. So when I lived in an apartment in town, the bins were downstairs in like the basement. And like the bin room is disgusting as it is. So I sprayed in there, man. Like I just went in with, and it had like, you went in, big lights came on. I had my spray board and my spray and I sprayed it and nobody ever cared. Nobody ever minded. Nobody ever said anything. It's not like I made the smell worse. So that's an option if you live in an apartment. I've always felt like a shed was a good investment. Just the smallest shed you can buy from like a Home Depot store, You know, so those ones that just fit a bicycle kind of thing you can stand up in that are just narrow. Because all you need to do is get out of the wind. It doesn't matter if the temperature is really low if you don't keep your cans out there. Keep your cans in your house so they're warm enough and there isn't crazy wind. Then you can go into a shed and give it a spray and it will be fine. I have Mogan Ra for years, still not built him yet. Well, you need to get on that, buddy. Charlotte Smith. Plants and pythons. Hello. All right. Have to ask as I'm making them now. Did you have any trouble with the Krieg engineers? No, not at all. Not even remotely. They were great to build. I need 5 more because I don't agree with 5-man units for guard. But yeah, the metal parts were annoying. They were awful. I'm short enough to prime in my kids' Wendy house. Perfect. You just close those little shutters and you're safe. The smell of freshly primed models. That's a choice. Yeah, let me just see if I can pull up some music so you poor people are not stuck just listening to me. I don't know what this is, but let's just call it music. Laura chose it, so if it's awful, blame her. Clearly a me problem then. Wait, what problem are you finding? Okay. What is that? Oh, it's just... Where's my blue paper? Where is my blue paper? All hobbyists should have blue paper. Okay, the first thing I'm going to work up is the bone. And obviously the bone is quite an important part of what makes Mogan Ra. So I'm thinking something along those lines. Zandri and Carrig and the Screaming Skull. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if Zandri just is going to match the tone. It might be straight Carrig Stone and then Screaming Skull. We'll see in a minute. Yeah, this is a browny, bony color, which may not be ideal for what we are trying to achieve here. But it may work. It may work. Warpgate Studios, hello sir, how are you? Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, let's see what Carrig Stone looks like. Hydrating, yes sir. I love the smell of primer in the morning. Is Carrig Stone a better choice? Yeah, Carrig Stone's where it's at. That's the mid-tone that I missed. So if I just layer up all the bone of Carrig Stone and then I go up to straight bone, I think that will be a lot better. Will give us our desired effect. I don't know what I was thinking the last time I painted this bony shoulder pad. I ruined it. Trying to tidy that up a bit. Bum, bum, bum. What is everybody working on this fine evening in regards to hobby? Now I started bone and green, but now I start bone. Okay. Okay, I need to hear this. Starting bone and green, yes. I can send you a tutorial I got it from my Freaky February, a Dark Souls Imperial Fist. Interesting. Illuminated Zeres, nice. Issues having putting the shotguns on their hands, they don't line up. Okay, so as far as I remember, it's... No, wait, I've got the instructions still here. Hold on. Hold on. We can sort this problem out. Engineers. Okay, so with the shoot guns, give me a shoot gun option. Okay, so with the shotgun option, when I've got like these kind of situations, I glue these two pieces together before I put it on the body. So I will glue the wrist here into the hand here, make sure that lines up properly, and then leave it to set. Then when they're hard enough, then I put a little bit of glue on either joint, and then I slide those bits on and pinch the shoulders closed, and it holds it. Because otherwise you've got 1, 2, 3 points of contact that are attaching at one time, and it's a bit messy. So these bits glued together first, then put them on the body. I've not built the shoddy engineers yet, the leader and the flamer. I'll keep an eye on lining them up. I'm going to try and make space in the garage, and now inspired to do snow on the bases. Could look cool with some skulls and blood splatter. Yes. What have you done with my milliput? Oh, sorry. I don't like milliput, so me and milliput don't get on. So I didn't take it. It's not my fault this time, buddy. Took the plunge and grabbed Typhus. He's all painted besides the damn flies. I left the flies off mine. They're an optional choice. I'm painting Blitzbolt Dwarf Team. I like it. I like it. We got a raid. Avila TV is raiding with a party of 22 people. We bring the undecided polls. I do like the undecided polls. What polls were you undecided in? Adeptus Paints, hello. Mr. Fat Cat, hello, hello, hello. I still have 5 engineers and 2 artillery guns to build. Well, you better get to work. Cookies, yes please. Always cookies. Murdoch Paints. We bring the... Yes, yes, yes. Many undecided things. Currently getting over the shock of the worst mole lines I've ever seen. Some Urukai that arrived today. Once I recover, I'm back to finishing my... Yeah. Urukai are very old miniatures, and the way they were designed were to be like cheap and cheerful. So like there's 24 dudes are like in a box originally for like 19 euros. So they weren't the best models. A lot of parts will blend into other parts. They're not fantastic, but they're quite fun to paint. They're quite easy to paint, and when you get them all painted, they do make quite a striking force on the table. I've never actually played with my Urukai army because everyone else already had Urukai armies. I was fighting against them. But I always enjoyed fighting Urukai. They were always awesome and very thematic. These undecided paws coming over here and able to make it up there. It's true. Hello, hello, hello. Our 2 chats will get along. So, well, yeah. I used to get 12 in a magazine for a £3. Yeah, I would love those. I have most of those magazines still. I'm painting a Blitzbolt Dwarf Team. Nice. Finished assembling my Romans. Nearly there. Being a bit of a marathon. Printing an army of the... I'd say so. I am painting my Kree artillery team. What a project. Such a fun project. And I want to do 2 more. But they're still... Like, I don't think I could even batch paint the other 2 in one go. I think it would be in one whole project again. And then another whole project again to get the 3 of them that I want. It's a lot of work. Hype train incoming. Bunyip Studios Prime 5 months. Thanks for the Bezos books. Appreciate it. There you go. Librarian and Terminator armor. Is that the one from the box set? Templars got to start with some assault intercessors and reading Knights of the Throne, the Helbricht book. Solid choice. I already glued The first group on, so I have to commit now. Yes. Yeah. You just break them off. It's fine. Baby, does he hurt me? You want to make him cry? Yeah. All good times. I definitely think people are stopping me from painting. Oh, hey, buddy. What is the happity haps with you? People don't want to see me try and make my Mogan Ra pretty. They want to see me fail. But I'm gonna hop off. Gotta see the blanket from underneath. It makes sense. Amazing paint job, by the way. Well, hopefully it will be by the end of the stream when we've tidied it all up. Thought I might as well use it. Makes sense. Oh. Love Mogan Ra. Everybody loves Mogan Ra. Black Templar, yes. Early clean, yeah. Anyways, how do, folks? We do good. We're just talking about the ridiculous week I'm going to have next week where I'm paying basically 2 Titans in a week. Everybody's super supportive that I can succeed. Nobody thinks I'm going to fail at all. They're all 100% confirmed. Any tips for making gold pop, Andy? I've seen a Retributor Guilliman Flesh Auric Armor method that looks fancy. Wondering if you had any other methods you could recommend. Honestly, gold is another one of those funny ones where it depends what kind of gold you're going with. Like, is it on Custodian Armor? Is it on High Elf Armor? You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same gold you slap on everything. So, like, what's it on? Glyn, what is happening, buddy? Having looked at my Sanguinor yesterday and deciding he looked like a glittering avatar or P. Wait, what? I don't think I'm particularly enamored with my Sanguinor either. He turned out a little dusty, a little pallid on the gold. Like, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't scream at me that it's like it needs a tone. It needs like a purple wash or a green wash or something just to make it do its thing. Gold and then Nasdreg yellow to shade it. Finish it with light Liberator gold. Nasdreg is so dark. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just, my brain doesn't think about that color choice, so I'm curious to see what that looks like. Adeptus Paints waving. My Sanguinor looks like, yes, a metallic gloss. Is that a thing? There's no. You need Dark Star molten metals. I have all the Dark Star range of paints. Dark Star sent me all of their paints and then Laura stole them all. I like that style of gold you've got there though, because mine is just flat ass Retributor armor and couldn't figure out how to make it nice. Well, it definitely needs a shade. You can't just leave gold like flat. It definitely needs... I like... People have said Gulliman flesh contrast before and I just haven't used it. I'm still stuck in the... I like Reiklin flesh shade over gold. That's one of my favorites. Do you want to water it down? I have similar methods done with thinned Gargak sewer. Okay. Glue the furious. What color is your plasma on your Kriegers, Andy? Question mark. Orange. Yes, orange. I can't actually show you the model I put it on today because I'm not allowed. Anyway, the rest have a shelf in front of them right now. But yeah, orange is my color. Bam, bam, bam. I was going to do mine orange, so if it looked decent on yours. Watch the Shadow Sword video I did, where I did the one with the big plasma cannon on it, and just skip right to the end, just see the finished result, and you can see like a super heavy tank with a big orange plasma against what the Krieg. That's the thing that really sold it for me. Cool. Okay, now how do I highlight this monstrosity? What even is it? How does this work? Come at it from this way, I guess. I don't really know. This is such a weird piece. I don't know what I'm doing with these highlights. Like I said, this is actually quite a bizarre shape coming off of his back. I don't even know what they're supposed to represent. Like everything else, you're like, oh, that's a spinal column and that's shoulder blades and that's a skull and spine. Like, I get everything. I don't know what these back bits are supposed to be. Help. Please. Help. Trying to be careful. Only had a little play with them so far, but likely what I see there, dry, flat, no shiny was nice. Those back bits are purely fashion, you're damn right. Like Jaden Smith's house head, it's fashion, you wouldn't understand. Scale 75 medals are gorgeous. Start with Necro Gold and you got, yeah, I've heard those golds are amazing. Here adding racing stripes to my high elves for reasons. Conversation question, Andy. Any tips for making bionics and how much is too much for an iron hand? Any amount of bionics is too much for an iron hand if you believe they're Primarch. And what do you mean by making bionics? Bionics like come in a million different sets. I would just use those. I wouldn't like make my own bionic piece to stick on a model. You madman. Guitar string for pipes is a thing people do a lot and might be a way. Yeah, I've seen people use that before. Gotta make them balance. Mogan Ra may be the coolest looking one, but he's not the funnest to paint. Is that starting to look the way it's supposed to? Oh, I don't know. Let us hope. Well, hello, Webway travelers. Well, hello, Mr. Trent. How are you, sir? What chips are you working on today? Good evening, and he needs help with Mogan Ra. I'm telling you. I think I started this with Trent on a class, so yeah, I've been really busy, but I've been watching the videos, and they've been great. Appreciate it, buddy. You know that feeling when you've been thinking about / working on a project for 6 months and it starts to come together and it's like... I was expecting Laura to be like, no, I have no idea what that feeling is like. LOL. Oh yeah. Why do I keep forgetting where the camera is? That's the middle. So the middle is the middle. Hopefully I can keep it in frame. Yeah, okay. Use the Screaming Skull. I'd rather use Shapty Bone, to be honest. I prefer use Shapty Bone. Do I have a decent one though? I don't think so. We're all fairly wrecked. Yeah, that's a very big jump. See if I can make it work with you, Shopty Bone. For the last highlight on the bone. Careful. Any tips for painting Emperor Spears with contrast paint? Did we do a video on the Emperor Spears yet? Did I do the Emperor Spears? No, I think I keep getting that mixed up with the other one. We haven't done that. Sometimes I forget how many extra random Space Marine painting videos we did for different chapters. Quite a few. But no Emperor's Spear just yet. Although the Emperor's Spears are one of my favorite chapters after that book. It was very good. I did order the new codex, but I have resisted buying minis for now. They are so nice, but I am missing Corandris. Yeah, I know. If that is Emperor's Spears... Oh, nice sky blue contrast. Nah. Lol. They're so cool. God, I love Space Marines. I just love them. The next part of my fleet arrived today. Victory Battle Fleet set. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know. I would have to like be in the mode for painting it. Let me look at an Emperor's Spear. It's a whole thing. Honestly, the way the majority of people paint Emperor Spears, the armor color is pretty much identical to a Space Wolf. So if you go with Space Wolf tones for the blue armor and then just hit it with gold furs, black shafts for things like the spears and stuff, that seems to be the color that people think it is. Altiak Blue with Hoth Blue, Rakanoff, Nightshade, Glazed Gulliman. So many steps. So many steps. Who's got time for that across an army? Nobody, that's who. They're so beautiful. No, I wouldn't use Frostheart. Frostheart is a weird one. I haven't found a decent use for Frostheart. That's the Briar Queen Chill. Since getting it, I need to try it again, but it seemed really, really pale and really, really like translucent, and I don't know if it gave good coverage. I would need to test it again. Potentially though, if you've got spare parts, spare chest piece even, you could give it a go and see how it looks. Steadfast refusing to move past 30k. Wow, you must not like playing people. Yeah, probably once I do the victory set and then glory. Nice. Bit more vibrant than wolves. It's Hoth blue, not Fenrisian blue. Agreed. Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't finish it with Fenrisian. I just looking at that too. Frostheart is fantastic for blades, but yeah, too washy for armor. Yeah, it feels like a wash with consistency. Feeling when you've been thinking, yes. You mentioned the silver bayonet the other stream. Have you checked out the newest supplement set in Italy? It's great. Loads of new content and mechanics, great history. I'd say it's they're really good books, and you can buy them on Amazon for nothing. So after I bought the book at that convention, on the way home I was just like, Amazon, well, they're all there for like not expensive. Add all to cart. I love Marines, but I definitely have got bored of painting them, hence the Krieg and Eldar. That's okay. Yeah, Marines are one of those things which I will always go back to, and I will always continue to add to and make more Marine armies and more Marine units. Like in the last couple of years, I've done the Silver Templars, the Black Templars, Flesh Terrors, Night Lords, and that's all the last 3 years. So yeah, always time for more Marines. Okay, I believe we were layering bone. Blue tinted cloth. Painting, gaming is outside my abilities at the moment unless I nag my son into that. Yeah. Work on today. There's an article of a new Eldar Combat Patrol. Does anybody know when this is going to be released, or is it online? It'll be out when the same time the Eldar drop, which will be this Saturday is the actual release on shelves, isn't it? So I think it's probably then. I think it's probably pre-order still. First Combat Patrol, so soonest, I guess. I doubt they tried 40k, didn't like it, tried Blood Bowl, got bored. He's not into miniatures, he's into PS5. Ah, disaster. Probably as I need hordes of them for Heresy. Chin messaged me yesterday and was talking about there's rumors of Heresy getting updated during summer, which will be interesting. I bought some Warhammer Fantasy roleplay books recently, and they're gorgeous, and the art and characters are yeah. If G-Dose maintains the 3-year cycle, then the Horse Heresy turn this summer. If you think of Horse Heresy as the main thing that they would rotate, because it has been Age of Sigmar 40k, so it is a time for a big game thingy to be done, like they did Legion last year. Gothic maybe. But I'm one of those people that wishes so hard that the Horus Heresy got moved to 10th edition rules. I don't think the two games should be different rule sets. I think all it should be is a setting. Like you're playing 40k, but the campaign is the Horus Heresy, so you build Horus Heresy armies. I ain't got time to learn 2 rule systems. I checked out the one-page rules. Their fantasy skirmish game is just right. Great recommendation. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad it's going to work out for you. Playing some very cool games. But Heresy is for people who don't like the new rule set. Yeah, but no one liked the old rule set either. It's a bad rule set. Looking for also some skirmish narrative fantasy games to use for elves too. Skirmish narrative fantasy games. Miss Universal Splash rules and armor faces. Nearly enough for a 7, yes. 2 words, firing arcs. Who cares about firing arcs? It scratches a different itch. Nah. I mean, I get it. You can feel however you feel about it. I feel like the Horus Heresy would be a bigger game if they had the balls when they moved to 10th edition to follow along suit. There would have been some whinging and there would have been some crying, but there would have been a bigger player base now. Instead, they dug their heels in with a broken system, and the player base dwindles year on year. So, I think it was a poor choice. You can say you love it. I understand that you love it. It's fine, but I thoroughly believe more people dislike it than like it. If Old World moved to AOS, would you feel the same way? That's a different game though, as in like 40k and 40k and Horus Heresy are still just skirmish science fiction games. The Horus Heresy is squares ranked up. That is definitely a different game system. Like, Horus Heresy is still just Space Marines. It's just Space Marines using different rules to fight against each other. Can you use High Elves in Mordheim? I can't remember. The Horus Heresy started when Horus Heresy collected all 40k Warhammers and summoned Slanesh. Fact. The Horus Heresy started when Horus collected all 40,000 Warhammers and summoned Slanesh. Your lore is a little odd. But I mean, sure. I've enjoyed Old World so much that it makes me think maybe I'd prefer Heresy. Never tried it, but I think specialist philosophy maybe suits me better. I'd miss the Xenos thing though. I choose my own lore. That's fine. I heard it was when Archie Duck got hungry, so he shot an ostrich. Both are accurate. Yep, definitely. I never played Fantasy as a kid, nor have I played rank and fall games since, but the old world is pretty good. Big fan of the old world. Mogan Ra, cool. It's true. I also have a bowl of Maltesers and Galaxy counters. That's a pretty good way of doing it. I mean, yeah, I'm here for that. Okay, the bone is looking a little bit fresher and more detailed now. A little bit more depth to it, so That was a semi-useful use of the first hour of the stream. Now how do we make the rest of it pop? I think it's Screamer Pink is what I used for the gun so far. Where is my Screamer Pink? Hiding on me? Maybe it's a good alternative in that too thin coat range. Something that I can use that will suitably highlight that. Not sure though. That would really move it to a weird pinky color, wouldn't it? What color am I looking for? Yeah, Prussian pink seems to be about the only. Where is my... Is that you? No. You're Baraknar Burgundy, which is the wrong color. How have I lost Screamer Pink? How could I exist without Screamer Pink? I found it. Everybody can relax. The crisis has been averted. Now, how do I brighten it a bit? Maybe I throw some of this Persian pink in. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's a terrible idea. Only one way to know. I'm gonna go with that color. Bro, you have a store back there. Yeah, it's a bit of a ridiculous backlog. Yes, that was right. We used Screamer Pink, and then I think when we were painting, I switched with Alzares with Dark Reapers. I was watching your Karn the Betrayer video this week, and now I'm finally painting the original Metal Mini. It's a great mini. He's stood up to scrutiny for years. Let's see if this random mix of paints I just made will work to add a little bit more, add a little bit of spice to this gun. Add a little bit of that. It's definitely adding some depth to the pink job, which I suppose is all we asked for. For Mogan, I use Juan Hidalgo's recipe for the blade, which is white and contrast blue, has a cool touch. Nice. Orcs and goblins mainly, but also got a Chaos Dwarves, Proxy Tomb Kings, the Romans. Nice, I like that. If you had lived in Sweden, you could have had Squidmar paint some of your backlog for you. I think he's too busy painting his own backlog, right? Oh no, we did the video where he painted someone else's backlog. Yeah. That would be a bit funny. Good old Squidmar. Doesn't help when I'm spending a 2-hour stream touching up a model that's already painted because I'm not happy with it. When I could be painting something that isn't already painted. That's genius. I've brought some, bought 1k Chaos Warriors army built, but I haven't played them yet. Skidmar trying to finish Andy's backlog would be a funny April Fool's video. Going insane and getting increasingly angry. Me angry? No. See you later, Glenn. Have a good one. Hydrate. Hold on, my Red Bull is finished. Time for another Red Bull. They have made 2 now, and they are looking for more backlogs, unfortunately. I live in Norway, so I can't get them to paint my Bretonnia army. Yeah. What happened to the monsters? What monsters? What are you talking about, you madman? So yeah, I'm leaning towards Helbrecht. Heard for you anyhow. Stat for your blade guard. Wait, what? I'm leaning towards Helbrecht. You don't need to waste Helbric's head. If you have the Black Templar upgrade sprue, there's a really nice knightly head in that. So you don't have to waste Helbric's head. Only Red Bull now. No, underestimate my power. Just watched the episode for The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon drinks his first Red Bull. Can I have another Red Bull? Yeah, see, it blew the top of his head off. It just takes me to barely functioning, so slightly different reactions to it. Do they go in and do an extra little... Going looks much better now. Have spares, comes with the heads, true. I was wondering. Oh, do you mean the head with the bionic eye? I looked at that one, but not enough skull. Ha! Oh, you're going for the unhelmeted head. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Going insane, getting... Yes. I'm thinking of getting the... Upspot Me 2 webcam. It's nice and compact with a large sensor. Price is just over £100 for a 4K camera. They also do an SE version. Painting with Tony armies are very special. Not for me, but I can acknowledge that. I didn't go for the knights being all in their own colours. That would drive me bonkers. Yeah, absolutely insane. Quest knights get one extra. Swap colour ground knights would get their own though. I love painting my Bretonnians. Like, I genuinely enjoyed the whole process. It's just so much fun. I wish I could dedicate more time to it. These gemstones look awful. Let's touch them up next, I think. See what I can do. I've got like 3 hours left in the Night Lords trilogy for the second time. Obviously I read it the first time, now I'm listening to it. Still so good. And the last 3 hours of the book, I think it's just them fighting Eldar, so it's a pretty good time to be listening to it. Just a bit of gloss varnish and then all the gemstones are painted properly again. I finished the Sundering Omnibus, moving on to War Vengeance. Nice. So many books. I was only thinking about it though, like I wish you knew what novels are canon and which novels are not canon. You know what I mean? Like there was a whole thing about that years ago where they talked about like if it's in a Black Library novel, it doesn't count. It's only stuff that exists in codexes and rule books which is canon. The rest is just whatever. And it does kind of like hold credence to that concept because like the Night Lords trilogy is one of my favorites. I love those books so much. I'm sorry if there's a little bit of a spoiler for the end of it all, but like this is after the whole, it's like the prologue bit where like the Eldar have a vision of one of the characters leading the reformed Night Lords Legion against the Eldar. So he pulls together a huge warband of Night Lords. The majority of the Legion come together to fight an Eldar craft world and do serious damage to it. But obviously that was meant to happen before the end times, before the splitting of the rift, not the end times. So like, it's just weird. Yeah, because authors like have somewhat free reign to write the story that they want to write. And then the story can just evolve and then their story can become obsolete. It's like Aaron Dembski-Bowden was writing. He specifically said that his stories about Abaddon was supposed to be like a 9-book series or more. I think it was supposed to be the full 13. So each book was supposed to be one of his Black Crusades, and it was supposed to catalog the story of how he kind of rose to power and how he pulled everything together, what all his Black Crusades were for, all the way up to the 13th, but then obviously he was on like book 3 and then they just did it already. They did the 13 Black Crusades. I was like, oh shit, my stories don't matter anymore. Maybe look at it like it depends on the point of view of the book. Like some guys are going to say one thing happened to make them look better versus the true. I like the Luton theory of Warhammer canon, everything canon, but it may not be a reliable narrator. True. What? Gav Thorpe told me Black Library is mostly canon. Yeah, he would. Some has been retconned though. Some teams don't talk to each other. I know. Everything in 40k lore should be taken as an unreliable narrator. It's all fragments and half or misremembered legends. Not all right. Yeah, true. Unreliable narrator covers a lot of the issues. I want that story. I want things like if you guys have read the Beckwin trilogy, even though only 2 of the books are out so far, like the ground breaking story arc that exists in that book changes everything. Like bananas changes everything. Like bigger than Primaris Marines showing up would change the face of war in the 40. Like the Imperial. So is that story real? Is that actually happening, or is it just like in this little pocket dimension that story exists, but it's never actually going to come to fruition and spill out into the actual story and into models and into the game? Like it's just mental. Goddamn camera. I've decided for myself the end times onwards into way is a parallel timeline just for me. I don't want to think about too much in a weird way. It messes up. Yeah. And he never looked back. You're such a prick. Apparently, pinch of salt, the Amazon shows are supposed to be hard canon though. As if any Black Library novel get converted to the screen, then yeah. Things are canon until they need to change canon for some other end. So it's true for the moment. Yeah. It's one potential outcome, but not the inevitable conclusion from Warhammer Fantasy Battle. See, I think I've talked about this before. I think that's what I would have done with the old world. Like, I think it would have been super interesting to pick up the pieces. And like the story is the shattering. It's literally like the sacred timeline. One split leads to Age of Sigmar, and the other split is they close the rift, they defeated bad guys, the old world is saved. Move on from that point. Because from then like loads of the characters still work. We're in the same timeline. We kind of understand the story. Instead of going back in time 200 years. And then all the characters don't exist anymore and all that kind of stuff. Like if you take the entire Empire range of miniatures now, all have KF engraved on shields and banners and stuff, like for Karl Franz, who hasn't been born yet. It doesn't make any sense. I'm enjoying reading Gulliman's efforts to historically record what he missed. Yeah, and to me, those books are 100% canon. Because they are literally pushing the story forward as we speak. Anything that involves Gulliman right now, there's a lion, is canon. That is story. But like even the... Oh, what are the novels called? The books, the big campaign books which brought Vashtor back. Like, if you've read that story, like Vashtor has returned, has come into fruition, this big techno demon prince. He has boarded the vengeful spirit and fixed the whole thing and made it way better than it ever was. So Abaddon's Gloriana class ship is just some sort of god machine demon ship of doom now. They've also found the machine that bore the webway into the universe. And Abaddon currently has control of that as well. So he has the planet killer, his Gloriana class ship, and the thing that bore the... Like, if they have control of something that bores the web, like, how do you stop that? Like, what is that actually gonna, like, are they gonna fight against that? Is that gonna be a thing in the story? Or is it like, yeah, that happened, wasn't that cool, let's never touch off it again? But people in Nottingham have the silly idea that there was no design space left in the old world. Cough, cough, Cathay, cough, yeah. 40k canon is like American foreign policy has been since the 70s. You can rely on it until the next president takes off. True. Well, the Dark Angels had that. Had what? That'll be wolf time. They'll open the web way up. It will come Khan, Korax, and Russ. Maybe. Like, what a... like a problematic thing. Well, they didn't... The Dark Angels didn't, like, have the proper one. And, like, couldn't turn it on. Like, if you've read the book that I'm talking about, you'll know the machine. Ungodly, giant machine. I don't know. Can anyone tell that I've done anything to this guy today? I can see what I've done, but I don't know whether anyone else can see what I've done. They had a fragment of it, yeah. Grey Knights refresh, they'll blow it up. That would be amazing. See, Sinclair, I would love that as the story. Like, I love, like, armies coming back into fruition with a big story and a big bombastic, like, sign. Like when the Lion turns up or Gulliman turns up. I like that. Boom, we're here. and like a Grey Knight refresh, and their story talks about them assaulting, you know, Horus's ship of doom, or sorry, Abaddon's ship of doom, boarding it, defeating or banishing Vashtor for a time, and destroying that. And I like that's the story moving forward. It'd be so cool. It's definitely like Pokemon now, collecting them all. Just a winged boy left now. The Dark Angels just thought it was a planet covered in monsters. Yeah. They'd be the ones to do it credibly. True. And the Grey Knights are one of those factions that are currently getting shafted. And they really shouldn't, because they are so powerful and so important. Like, if you've been reading the Arcs of, not the Arcs of Omens, now you have the Arcs of Omens in my head. The other series, why can I never remember this series? The current 40k book series that's telling the lore currently. That one. The Dawn of Fire series, thank you. For some reason, it never sticks in my head. I know I've talked about this exact scene before, but it's still so important to me. Like, the scene of Guilliman wanting to talk to the Chaos Gods. So, like, he wants to commune with Chaos. So he has a demon host. So, like, he walks in, and then a lift rises up. And on the lift is one Grey Knight holding all these chains, with all engraved with runes, and then it's strapped around the neck of a demon host. And then Guilliman wants to ask it some questions, and the Grey Knight's like no, like, I will let you ask it a few questions. And then Guilliman's like, no more. And the Grey Knight's like pissed off, and he's like, no. Guilliman demands it, and he lets him do it, and he does it a little bit more, and it goes a little bit too far, and the Grey Knight gets so pissed. And he's like, I will never allow you to do that again. And even the scene where the lift comes up, like, Guilliman mentions how powerful the Grey Knight looks. Like, this, the aura that one Grey Knight has is insane. And then the next day, Guilliman gets a report that the Grey Knights have all left the fleet. They're just gone. They didn't like what you did. They don't follow your orders. You don't control the Grey Knights. They've all left. And I just thought that was such a gnarly thing. Like, nothing else in the Imperium would deny the orders of Guilliman, except for the Grey Knights. What would you think of the Lion died destroying the Webway, Boar, and Vashtor? He went out in style. Personally, I'd love the Lion when he was asleep. Like, it's a cool concept, but would never happen because they made a big, beautiful model of it. There's no way they're releasing it and then having it die off, which is kind of unfortunate. But no, I don't want him to die. I don't want the Lion to die. The Lion is the Emperor's shield. He needs to be in the Imperium beating up monsters, keeping Guilliman safe. Which is hilarious that the Grey Knights bowed to Grimnar because they were in the wrong. Well, they bowed to Bjorn. I bow to no one. You will bow to him. The guy that's had chats with the Emperor. I think he deserves respect. Yeah. I just want Grey Knights to get the Custodes treatment. A couple of nice plastic kits. All their characters done in plastic. You don't need a lot of them. Just... And make them like super elite, like Custodes. Like, you don't need many of them. You know, 20-25 models on the table is all you need for a Grey Knight army. And they should represent that. Like, when they land, you're in trouble, man. The Grey Knights are here. I don't know. I can definitely see my painting improving over the last few years. Like, even I'm looking at Jin's R now, and I'm like, yeah, she's fine, but If I painted her now, she would be better. Not that I plan on repainting her. She's done. 5 Phoenix Lords down. Anyone have a favourite one that I've done so far? Gulliman is the Emperor's accountant. Gulliman is the statesman. Fugan, okay. I'm going to get the older Jane and Ra minis painted and then move on to the newer ones. It's a good idea. Get the whole set done and then do the new set. Yeah. Like, I still have the metal versions of the Aspect Warriors. Not all of them. I have Fire Dragons, I have Scorpions, I have Banshees. I think that's it. Those 3. And I think all the models are gorgeous. I still want to paint them up and add them into the Force and just have the metal squads there too. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Like, they really hold up. Right, I need to turn off. Thanks for the chat. Ra looks great. Thank you, Muddy. I appreciate that. Have a good one. Hopefully I see you back for the next stream on Tuesday. Fugan. Yeah, I think Fugan's my favorite too. The one in the far left is a wonderful use of grayscale. Thanks, Revenant. Appreciate it. It took a lot of work. It's non-metallic, metallic gray. I think I got it right. Like, when you turn, you can see like the light reflecting off it, which, do you know how long it took to paint that? Hours and hours and hours. It would do best on Insta. For feck's sake. No, ours whole answer is the orange and red one. Really nice. I like the one you were working on. Mogan Ra. Mogan Ra, yeah, he's a beast. The one that looks like death incarnate with a giant cannon. Like, imagine if you were like a guardsman looking out over the battlefield with binoculars and you just come across this. Oh no. Please no. Why is death walking towards me? You would just weep, wouldn't you? They remind me of the army from the Great Wall. I know that's not a very good movie, but the armies look amazing in it. All the different colors and all the different... Oh, so cool. Because you're a guardsman, of course, death walks towards guardsmen. It's their purpose, true. And he'd know he'd seen through the... Yeah. You definitely know you'd seen him and just slowly focus and turn on like, oh no. You'd like look away and then look back and he'd be gone because he's like here, like standing at the edge of your trench. Only splinter rounds a second, you reckon this thing kicks out? Will you be fun to paint? I do not know. I hope so. I truly do. Oh, I like the grey one. Best of the lot. Yeah, joke's already been done, Ashley. You're late to the party. Jerk. Will you be covering any of the sweet AOS stuff coming out? Such as? Which ones are you talking about? Obviously we did this guy during the week. Which AOS thing specifically were you wanting to cover? Wolf could be whiter. I get what you're saying, buddy. Only AOS that matters is Prince Vorhai. Which one is that? I want it. What color is he going to paint Baharoth feathers? Not sure yet. Like the box art. Oh, excuse me. After a bunch of Red Bulls, I would be awake. Who's Prince Vori again? So many things shown off recently. Prince. Where's the word gone? Vorhai. Prince Vori. Oh, he's talking about the new dragon they showed off. The new vampire dragon. Yeah, God, yes. That will be, I can't wait for that. Like, I've got 1, 2, 4 vampire dragons already painted up. Well, they're all terrorgeist except one, but yeah, yes. Be gone, foul cock. These are part of my flesh eater quartz army. But yeah, dragons. Big angry dragon. I'll just go to the big scene for a sec so you can see what I'm holding up. So I've got 3 terrorgeists that all look like this. And then I've got my zombie dragon. Which I never actually painted the vampire for the top of it, to be honest. But yeah. So yeah, on my flesh eater quartz shelf, the back row is just 4 giant flying bats. So yeah. Will you be covering any of the suites? Yes. All the new soul. Yes, all the new soul lights that we'll get will stuff. I like your base. I went ham and yeah, I wanted them to just be tall. I had the idea of not only to be to look awesome, but also I'd seen people use lots of terrorgeists and stuff before, and when models come in to fight them, they're just getting like crashing into wings, and it was really annoying. But now, like, you can stack full models all the way around to fight my dragons or terrorgeists, and you don't touch off, scratch, or wreck any of the models. So yeah, they're really cool, and it's quite imposing seeing them all. I don't know why I did so many, but I just couldn't stop. I love them. That was during COVID, when a bunch of us did a 24-hour hobby challenge. We did it on Discord. There was about 8 of us, and we hobbied for 24 hours straight. And I painted on 2,000 points of flesh eater quartz in 24 hours, and I got it finished. It was awesome. Love the rider. Ha! Twice in one stream. Such a G. Look, Medusa, Andy is showing an incomplete model. She's not here. She hasn't said a peep all night. She's just, yeah, abandoned us. Yeah, you ended up with diabetes. That's true. That's what the stream gave you. Napping. Yeah, she can complete napping apparently, so that's where she is. Yeah. Not seen Medusa for a few days. She was talking on Insta and stuff, I think, but yeah. They're off doing some witchy something or other, dancing at the moon or something. I don't know. Probably tired from all her community paint posts. Is that more shade at me? She went to the gym today, probably napping. It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, like I said, I have no intention of playing more Age of Sigmar right now. But the models are still the best models Games Workshop makes. They're just amazing. I love them. I love them a lot. So yeah, any excuse to paint more giant crazy monsters I will take. Like, I don't think there's a single monster from Age of Sigmar, since Age of Sigmar's launch, that I haven't painted yet. And most of it's on my left. Like, it's all there. Every army that got a big thing, I got the big thing and painted it. You just need a fun game with fun people to enjoy it again in the future. Like, I know that I could enjoy. This is the thing I talked to you about the other day. It's not that I dislike Age of Sigmar. It's just that I like Old World more. So if I get a block of 4 hours, it's like, okay, you can play a fantasy game for the next 4 hours. Like, I don't know why I would ever choose to play Age of Sigmar over Old World. Unless the person I'm playing came to me and was like, do you fancy playing a game of Age of Sigmar? I really want to play it. Then I'm like, sure. But if someone's like, do you want to play a game? I'm like, sure. Old World, sure. Let's do it. I'm a Deepkin player and I'm hoping for a bloody grey Kraken in spring. Have you ever seen the ridiculousness of my my Deepkin turtle base? I don't do myself any favours. This is my turtle base. I like the idea of it flying, so I did it flying. I wanted it to be in the air. So, and I did it quite cleverly because I cut off the flying stem bit and I glued it onto the base. So it is literally its flying stand. The Leviathan is immense. Such a cool piece. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd really like them to bring more Eidnet Deepkin out. And I do thoroughly believe that there is more Eidnet Deepkin. Because we got Eidnet Deepkin, then we got Lumineth Realm Lords, then we got more Lumineth Realm Lords. A whole second wave. So I think that second wave exists for Deepkin as well. We will get them at some point. My eels are on smaller 3D printed runes. Learned the hard way that the eel flight stands were off. Yeah, mine are all glued to little pillars and stuff as well. I think I have 12 of them. Yeah. I really want to love Deepkin. I love the concept. I love the models. I just really never got into Age of Sigmar. I get that. I love big creatures and cannot lie. Did you pin them? No. Nothing is pinned. There is no need for pins. No pinning required. You jerk. Yeah. It even hurts my soul the way Age of Sigmar is played. And by that I mean, like, you get ranges of just unbelievable models. And it's like, do you want to play 2,000 points? Sure. And then people show up and they've spent 11 to 1,400 points on characters. I'm like, you have no army. Like, you have no army. Yeah, I've got this one unit. It's really cool. And all my characters are going to put buffs on it. It's going to be ridiculous and you're going to lose. I'm like, this is shit. Your army looks crap. Where's your army? Like, Andy, if it helps, Henderson came into my stream and asked if I pinned my new big resin beastie. And had you? Had you? Azumin video is live now for channel members and Patreon people. Cool, cool, cool. Jerks, all of them. No, good boy. That's what I like to hear. No pinning, none. Just people adding extra steps to your hobby that aren't required. Like drilling out barrels. Pfft, get out of here. Quote, Annie doesn't pin. It's good enough for me. This guy gets it. Ow, I just kicked my desk. That's karma. What other cool big models are there? So many. I love them all. I was supposed to drill holes in pikemen hands recently. How about using a clippers to slide their hands open and jamming the pikes in that way? Fight smart, not hard. Winning. I only drill barrels on the models that goblin green. Why do you hate me so? Bad people. I'm off to bed. Long day. Great stream. Thanks. Appreciate it, Colin. Have a good one. See you for next week's stream. Enjoy your weekend. Get some hobby done. Have a good time. A good time. Wanted to paint some models as glowing apparitions. Got an idea for how, but not sure if they should get standard bases or if I need to do some OSLE, some lighting. But yeah, potentially. What's the army? What's your thought process? Share with the class. We want to know. We want to know. Like, one of my favorite armies now is Cities of Sigmar. I think they are an absolutely stellar looking army. I'm looking at them right now. I love the army. But apparently they're just so bad in Age of Sigmar. And I want them to be good. I want them to be good so bad. I laugh at people moaning about someone not drilling barrels, but they don't drill out exhaust and other things. Yeah. Did someone say Goblin Green and the Eternal War for the last lush field in the Imperium? 32 free company militia glued together. Victory is mine. Great choice. Finished Hades off tonight. Basically small, tidy. Okay, I like it. Oh, I didn't get a live notification. Killer Kriegsman. That's disgraceful. You need to sort that out. Put on the bell notification and you'll get it on YouTube. I put it in hobby question, but also proxy tomb scorpions. I've got these dragon trapper lodge spirit wolves. I do like the dragon trappers lodge. I figure that priests summon them in to fight their enemies. What did you make of my shoe rack, by the way? What shoe rack? Should be a standard Twitch showcase requirement. Goblin green bay. Oh, God. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just awful. Like, how could a Goblin green base ever be nicer than that? Let's go back to live scene and just look at it. It's beautiful. It's got some rock, it's got some dirt, it's got some grass, it's got some skulls. It's perfect. What more do you need? Not Goblin green bases. Like, it would be like, oh, look at this model, and then just put this all over the bottom. Just look at, see that tone doesn't go with the model. See how it would ruin the look of the model from just head to toe, just destroy any sense that this model is nice. That's what you do to your models. You finish a beautiful model and then you take a crap on it. Stop doing it. More green and more banners. There is no base ready Goblin green, therefore it's terrible. I mean, he's right. When he annoys me, it'll be the monthly challenge. Oh no. You call yourself. Do I actually still have it or did I get rid of it? Hold on. I still have it. God only knows what I do with it. I had a Goblin green paint marker. I can't remember what company sent it to me, but it's for painting the rim of the base after you've done the Goblin green. It's obviously a terrible Terrible product. March of the Goblin Green Challenge. Ugh. All the invisible Frodo on a Goblin Green. Why do you keep turning off? Goblin Green base. Please make it happen. Goblin Green base with the old green wood chip flock. Jesus Christ. The one covered in tanks. I appreciate anything covered in tanks. War colors, I think. The one who did the retro paints, they were awful. Just total trash. Yes, but the green rim blends in with the surface. So? No surface looks like that green anymore. Obviously, my Eldar aspects are mainly the 2nd edition minis. So when I replace them, I will have a Goblin Green week and 2nd edition army will rise again. But we did that in the 2022 for the 35th, 40th anniversary. I'm not saying I'm not down though. Yeah. Just no. It's just bad times. Trying to you just lost a bit of respect there. Just no. I don't talk about you anymore. The Karen on a Goblin Green base is just not okay. I think we need Andy's the best thing about Goblin Green bases, more Goblin Green bases video crossover with the bar. What's the best thing about Goblin Green? Nothing. Stop doing it. I posted tons of pictures on Discord. I spent the last year repainting them. Turned out to take longer than I thought. Where did you post them? And did you at me? Remember, if anybody wants me to see something on the Discord, at me. Because there are so many posts. Do you know how many of us there are on the Discord now? There's 417 of us on it. I don't know where you put it, buddy. Where did you put it? I posted tons of... Is it like work in progress? Is it where'd it go? Ah, I found them. That is a lot of tanks. Oh, cavalry Kriegsmen. Oh, look at your Medusas. Forge World. Oh, so many beautiful tanks. Rise up pattern turrets and everything. Look at you. What a project. Is that Shadow Sword the plastic one, or do you actually have the resin one? Zoom out, you piece of shit. So many horses. I love it. Oh, yes. So much infantry. What a force. The hell? What's Silver Nail up to with those tanks? Did he 3D print some Medusa pattern basilisks? Now I'm just lost in Discord. What have you guys done to me? What? What? Why does this exist? Why is he fighting people in a car park? Why is he dressed as a barbarian and on fire whilst fighting people in car parks? Is that normal behavior? What? Oh, red dust bases like he does with Goblin Green bases. It's never going to happen because the difference is they look good. Most of the time we're talking about you, not... Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm over here regretting my life decisions, paint up all the armor in true metallic metal, and now I'm realizing that non-metallic would have been better. No, it wouldn't have. You would never have finished it. You're a madman. Hobby question. Oh, they'd be awesome models. Big cork rocks always selling that. Me and the base can match the rest of the army, build up the cork and chop the models down there emerging. That would be awesome. I like the concept of the army. Summoned apparitions. Lots of zenithal highlighting with your even rattle can if you don't have an airbrush. And then like nice contrasts or whatever for the glowing effect, making sure that it's dark in one point and bright in the other. Even thinking like the slap chop effect, the black and then dry brush the darker grey, the mid-tone grey, the light grey, the white, and then I think it would make it look really cool. Wait, Andy doesn't know why Duncan was fired. The Duncan Car Park Fight Club? Duncan wasn't fired. Was he? I'm over here regretting, yeah. Ah, preachy. Preach. I don't know whether that was an on purpose misspelling, but it works. He is a bit preachy, isn't he? Yeah, sure. Ah, that's the joke, Andy. I get jokes, me. Sometimes. How many people are left on the old Twitch? 31! If you brave 31 souls would stick around whilst we find somebody to raid on Twitch, I would be most grateful. It would be nice to go over with a nice 31 people. Say hello to them, be nice and kind, and all that other jazz. The actual Warhammer tagline for stuff is awful. None of the people in there are doing Warhammer. Oh no, wait, no, yeah, they're not. That is so bizarre. The joke's still around. Apparently Suggs was a sneaky rogue stabbing people with sprue off cuts. I can see that. She's a vicious thing. Why am I struggling to find somebody to read? Why is it always so hard? It shouldn't be this hard. It's just... this person is doing dragons. He's making a big metal dragon or MDF dragon. It looks really cool. Let's his channel is named Crispy Fried Dragon, so let's go and raid this guy and say hello and be nice. He looks like he's doing something really cool and different, so why not? Thank you guys as always for sticking around for the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you stick around for the next stream, which is of course, I don't stick around, that'd be a long ass wait, wouldn't it, the whole weekend? But yeah, hopefully I see you guys back on Spoon sent me Tomahawk Warrior. Nice to meet you, buddy. Appreciate you dropping by. You drop by at the end of the stream. Hopefully you can drop by a little bit earlier next Tuesday or Thursday. We stream from 8 to 10 p.m. Irish time. You are more than welcome back at those times. As for now, yeah, rip. It's always rip, man. It's the worst. So I will talk to you all then. Have a great weekend. Get some hobby done. And let's go and raid.